So should we talk about the stuff set to come out in August?
Only the good stuff.
Only the good stuff. Well, first off the bat, I'm not so sure because today we're getting War of the Worlds on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you've seen this one. It stars Ice Cube,
and
and
it's yesterday, and I thought it was a joke because I saw Ice Cube, and we just recently watched The Studio.
I'm looking at Ice Cube right now. Yeah.
I was like, it's not Kool-Aid, but I guess it's.
So it's a retelling of the story of War of the Worlds, but it is entirely on screens. I don't know if it is technically a Screen Life movie, but it is sort of a Screen Life movie.
Huh.
You know what's funny is Screen Life not wanting it.
Might speak some volumes of its quality, right? I don't know. It sounds like a good idea in theory, but buzz on this one is not very good, and the fact that they didn't even release any like trailers or whatever until this week might not speak highly.
That's pretty bad.
But I think this weekend we're getting some more exciting stuff, starting with the release of The Naked Gun, the reboot, this one directed by Akiva Schaffer from The Lonely Island. It stars Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, Paul Walter Hauser. I've heard Danny Houston is very, very funny in this one. I am so excited to catch this movie. It looks like a riotous good time. Machine gun joke delivery system full of jokes. I don't know. I'm really, really excited for it. Art, you didn't get to see it early, did you?
No. I'm seeing it tonight, but I caught 1:22 and 33 and a third. They're all equally as stupid. What's his name? I've seen the originals, which gets a lot of people.
Leslie Nielsen or O.J. Simpson?
O.J. Simpson, but it's Priscilla, bro. That's my. I was doing the pass, and then I went, no, actually, there's something more.
Close that fist.
Priscilla Presley, what the hell, bro? I completely forgot it was her. She's in the entire damn trilogy. So I think the originals are worth going back if you wanted to. They're all on Paramount. The first one's hilarious.
They hold up. They're still funny.
I think they hold up. The third one is as stupid as it's supposed to be as well. But this one, bro, you seen Liam and Pamela?
Yeah.
Adorable.
It's so sweet, right? That Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson apparently are dating now after their time co-starring in this movie.
Good for her.
Well, you got Ana de Armas and your boy Tom Cruise.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yo, my mom hit me with this at the beginning of the year. I was like, where are you getting your scoops from? No.
Yeah.
Hits me up. What did I tell you? I was like, okay.
Bitch.
Look, once the contract ends in 3 years, they'll break up. So.
He looks younger, bro. He looks great.
He's
spending a lot of money to do it.
Those Theaton levels, man.
Damn. But yeah, no, Naked Gun looks hilarious. I'm excited to see this one in theaters.
Also on August 1st, we're getting The Bad Guys 2, the sequel to the animated film about a group of animals that pull off heists. I actually got to catch this one earlier this week, and I enjoyed it just as much as the first. I think this franchise is really delightful. There's like a clear reverence for heist movies in the way they put these together. Like they're full, not just of like references, but the way they play off of like the common archetypes, the tech guy, the disguise guy, the person who with a master plan, the way that they lean into the cliche plot developments. But I think this one just has like a real kineticism to it, not just with the way that the plot moves and how like aspirationally cool the characters manage to be, but I think that the way it's animated is really excellent too. Like it's one of these movies that is animated in it's CG animated, but it will have these like 2D touches to it. Like the shark character at one point presses his face up to the glass of a car window and it just goes flat, like it's like a 2D drawing. And stuff like that makes the animation also really fun. They all land in these really incredible poses. Like I think these are really delightful. I think kids will be really enchanted by how grand it becomes. And the voice cast is all really excellent. They do something really smart here, which is they pair Mark Maron's Snake character with a new character played by Natasha Lyonne. She's playing a raven. And they both have just these super thick Northeastern Jewish accents. And just hearing them bounce off of each other, I could just watch an entire movie with just that. So I really enjoy the bad guys too.
Nice.
You want the extra scenes with the Thing and Natasha and Fantastic Four? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get enough Natasha.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't get Natasha in Fantastic Four, so I had to look for bad guys too for more.
Did you like her in there? I liked her in there. She didn't do nothing, but
that's the thing. I just didn't know what she was doing.
To.
She scared me with the straight hair, bro.
To.
Yeah. I can't even imagine what they do to her.
Next weekend, The Pickup hits Amazon Prime. I've heard nothing about this. It is a new movie with Eddie Murphy in it. That used to mean something in this country.
That's why he's doing press?
I guess.
Yeah, because he just started spoiling. There's a donkey movie, and there's
a donkey movie on
what
the
are you doing press for, bro?
Right. So that's coming out August 6th. August 7th,
we're
getting
bad Prime.
Yeah, I mean he's in the digital streaming slop era of his career right now. And
but I mean, like, just Prime. Those are back-to-back Prime releases with no trailers, dude.
You're talking about
Prime
War of the Worlds
itself, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I thought you were talking about Eddie Murphy because he did that bad Christmas movie for Prime not too long ago. He did Coming to America 2 for Prime. So it's
Prime,
also.
Yeah.
Or was that Netflix? Am I mixing them up? I thought it was Prime.
No, Coming to America was Prime. The Netflix was Dolomite.
He's on a bad streak of straight to Prime movies as well.
Gotta get back to theaters, man.
Yeah. August 7th, we're getting a documentary called Stands that is produced by Eminem.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, but it just dropped today.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a good hook, if anything. But then August 8th, we're getting a couple new movies in theaters, including one of the most hotly anticipated movies of the summer, Weapons, the latest film from Zach Kreger. Amanda, where's your hype level at for Weapons right now?
That's one of those ones I've been trying to avoid looking into at all. So I'm pretty excited. I'm just like hoping we get it here. I'm a little bit worried. But I think it's just because they started doing some of the like press screenings earlier than I thought. So I thought it was coming out this week, and I was like, where the fuck is it? But
next week.
I don't know. I'm hoping it's good. I really like Barbarian a lot. I think he's a creative storyteller. I think I don't know, he kind of toes that line of like things being genuinely terrifying, but then letting things be funny and goofy when they need to be, and like knowing that something's funny and goofy and working with it instead of against it. So I'm excited. I'm hoping it's good.
Are you excited?
Bro, my screening, I have a Cubs game that day. So I need to figure out how to be in two places at once. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. It looks like it's going to be right up the alley. I do have a conspiracy, and that is that I believe when he worked on Barbarian, he said, I used to hang out with Jordan Peele a lot. And we used to I would just pitch him ideas. Right. So now he's got a script that Jordan Peele fired his team for. I don't know what brainstorming sessions we were having, but it sounds like this Weapons thing. Jordan Peele was around when this was getting pitched, and he definitely knows how good it is. So I've heard that just like Barbarian, the path to the ending is a ride. So
I mean, it bodes well, all the hype we've been hearing about it, and everything that I've seen looks really enticing. You know, when it was first being discussed as a movie that was in the works, people kept saying like it reminds them of Magnolia, or it's like his horror Magnolia or something. And like if you're gonna reference Magnolia, you've got my attention. Maybe you're tricking me. I will hold you to a higher standard, but you've definitely got my attention. Freakier Friday also hits theaters that weekend. Lindsay Lohan back on the big screen.
Let's go.
I don't know. Sure, why not? You excited, Amanda?
Well, okay, so I'm seeing it with my mom because I saw the first one with her.
Okay.
And she was like literally sending me like the poster being like, you're not allowed to see it without me. Aww. So I'm like, okay, I booked tickets. Let's go. So I feel like It's weird that it's theatrical because it feels very similar to like Happy Gilmore 2, where this is just kind of like we're doing a little lap for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be really good. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best because I love that movie so goddamn much.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh God.
I mean, I'm very curious to see how this will do because I do think there are a lot of people who have a lot of fondness for that movie. And, you know, we talked about Happy Gilmore going straight to streaming, but given how many people watched it on Netflix, it would have made a boatload of money in theaters. So I'm curious if this also is a potential huge opening weekend waiting to happen.
We'll see. It is one of the ones that's open for like pre-orders and like pre-screening stuff. And
Right.
So far, me and my mom are the only 2 seats booked, but
so maybe not. Then we'll see.
There's a couple more in the later in the evening screenings. I'm going for like afternoon, you know, but like we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. My Mother's Wedding comes out on August 8th as well. This is the, I believe, directorial debut from actor Kristen Scott Thomas, which played Tiff last year. It's got an interesting cast, including Scarlett Johansson, who I think is doing a British accent in this movie.
Oh,
Not
good.
afraid of an accent, Scarlett Johansson.
No, at least this one's a white one.
Also coming out, It's Never Over, Jeff Buckley. Art, did you actually see this one at Sundance, or did they keep it away from us?
This was only in person, so I'm curious to catch up on this one. Do you know him?
I mean, only a little bit. Yeah, there's some songs I know, but I know there's people who really revere Jeff Buckley as a musician. So I'm curious about the documentary for sure. And then also in theaters, Boys Go to Jupiter. This is a movie that we first caught up with when it was doing the festival circuit, directed by Julian Glander. And shout out to Julian, who caught our review and left a comment on the channel. Very nice of him. Julian also made that short film, forgetting the name of it, Tennis Ball's Day Off or something like that, Karsten did a voice in.
The short, That was
Tennis
good.
Ball on his day off. Yeah. So fans of Julian Glander here, and definitely curious to see how he grows as a filmmaker, but it's a really unique style of animation. So if you're a fan of animation, particularly if you like maybe an Adult Swim style, sort of a subversive, abstract kind of thing, definitely check out Boys Go to Jupiter. On August 15th, we're getting Nobody 2 in theaters. I was kind of mixed on the first Nobody, but this is probably, 87th Street, the Chad Stahelski thing? Or is the David Leitch thing?
87 North, 87th West. I forget what direction they're going now.
Yeah. You curious about Nobody 2, Art?
Yeah, I thought the first one was decent for what it was. I like the 87 North guys, so it should be fine.
Yeah. I like Bob Odenkirk.
Timo's directing this one, so that's I think the main reason why I'm a little
You know what?
Timo
Good
did
call.
The Night Comes From Us. I don't think I finished the one that was at TIFF, the Shadow Strays one, but Timo's a good action guy. Oh, Headshot.
Yeah.
That's what Timo did too.
People really like Timo. So maybe that'll be an upgrade from the first one. Americana also hits theaters. Amanda, we caught this at South by Southwest.
We did, yeah.
1 or 2 titles ago.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty solid, like, what would you compare it to?
It's kind of
almost
like it's not quite an anthology, but it is like that kind of like almost like the Tarantino style. You've got like kind of
like
different
a viewpoint, a vantage point.
Yeah, like you get the vantage points of different characters. Yeah.
I think of like those early Guy Ritchie movies, like Lock, Stock, and Snatch, where there's so many different characters and they all come together in unexpected ways. But set, of course, in the American West or
Sydney Sweeney
Midwest,
has
South Dakota.
Great genes, is what I think when I look at the poster.
She does have great genes. East of Wall, which we caught at Sundance earlier this year, is out. I think Brother Bro really liked that one. We were all a little bit mixed on it. And Checkpoint Zoo, which also is doing the festival circuit, is out. A documentary about a daring attempt to rescue zoos from behind, from a Russian prison. From rescue zoo animals from a Russian zoo in the midst of the Ukraine war.
This was in Tribeca last year. Yeah, they really tried to just just free the animals.
Yeah. Kind of badass.
Damn.
August 22nd is a crowded day at the theater. We're getting Trust, which is a new film with Sophie Turner, a horror movie. We're getting Honey Don't, which is the latest Coen brother project, only one of them, Ethan Coen, in another lesbian detective story. This one with Margaret Qualley, Aubrey Plaza, Chris Evans, Charlie Day, amongst others. We are getting Splitsville, the latest film from Michelangelo Covino, which also stars Dakota Johnson, Adria Arjona, and Kyle Marvin. Nicholas Braun also is in that trailer. Neja 2, the English dub from A24, will be out later this month. Art, have you seen Neja 2 already?
Fake. Don't get me started, Zach. These guys said they made $2 billion on this movie. They ain't even got a $1 billion movie under their belt, and they got a $2 billion movie? Nah.
You don't trust it?
I don't trust
Fake news.
it at all. Bro, it's the #1 movie of 2025. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's my main reason for being curious about it, that
They don't
China's
even have
released a
enough
movie that's
seats
apparently
in
made...
mainland China
Right?
to reach this goal. It's fake, bro. It's
This
fake
is
news.
the wet markets versus lab leak debate all over again. Highest to lowest, the latest film from Spike Lee hits theaters 2 weeks ahead of its debut on Apple TV Plus. We still don't have a full trailer for this one. I don't know why. It is a Spike Lee movie. It should be a national holiday so we can all see it. Look, man, Denzel and Spike. It's a classic classic movie pairing. I'm definitely going to be there day one to see it. I need to actually catch High and Low. I've never seen the Kurosawa High and Low. I want to watch that before I watch the remake. Afterburn is coming out. It's got some celebrities in it. It's Dave Bautista, Samuel L. Jackson. Eden is coming out. Amanda, you saw that one at TIFF? The Ron Howard movie?
I did
You
see
said
that
Sydney
one.
Sweeney has an accent in it. Maybe her genes aren't as good in that movie.
Well, it's the accent she has. I think it fits into that just fine.
And then lastly, on August 22nd, we're finally getting Lurker, which is a big contender for our best of the year so far. We all loved it at Sundance. You can go back and check our full review of that film. Any other movies on August 22nd stand out to any of y'all?
I literally can't remember if you said Relay, and I just missed it.
I was skipping it because I'm going to put it in my picks for the week or picks for the month.
There you go. Because it was like the big one. Cool.
Yeah. And then on August 29th, we're rounding out the summer with Caught Stealing, the new Darren Aronofsky movie starring Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz. The Roses, the new film from Jay Roach and writer Tony McNamara, which stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Olivia Colman, Andy Samberg, and Kate McKinnon. The Toxic Avenger, the long-delayed adaptation from director Macon Blair with Peter Dinklage, Jacob Tremblay, and Kevin Bacon. Love, Brooklyn, which we caught at Sundance earlier this year.
Yeah, last night. No, wasn't it the year before?
Nope.
Wasn't it
this
2020?
year.
I think it was this year.
Oh, was it this year?
Yeah,
This year.
yeah. A lovely little love triangle drama about Brooklynites navigating adulthood, and then A Little Prayer. This one was Sundance 2 years ago. This movie that stars David Strathairn from director Angus McLaughlin. Of all those August 29th movies, Amanda, is there one that stands out to you the most?
I'm interested to see Caught Stealing.
Yeah.
Because it feels very kinetic and maybe not like an Aronofsky movie. So I'm just kind of
That's the
It feels like a
thing.
Guy Ritchie. It feels like Guy Ritchie, but Aronofsky's doing it for some reason.
Yeah.
So I am interested in that.
I'm hit and miss with Aronofsky. When he hits, I really, really like his films.
Yes.
But this feels like nothing in his
Nothing he's ever
filmography.
done. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm excited just to see it for that alone. And I think The Roses looks like it'll be pretty fun. So
Those look good.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not using the full title, War of the Roses. It's such a better title.
It is, yeah.
The Roses is so anonymous.
I keep being like, what is that? Someone's like, oh, the War of the Roses. I'm like, oh,
Right,
yeah, okay.
Should I be curious about the Toxic Avenger? Do you guys know anything about that one?
No, just, it's fine. Leave it alone.
All right.
You're good.
So let's get to our picks for the month. Art, why don't you kick us off? What are the 3 things that you're most looking forward to over the next 30 or so days?
They have, I think I'm going all TV on Hulu, or if you have FX, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is back.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that they've been knocking it out of the park. I know people don't like that people have changed their names. And
Rob Mack.
the cast does look a little different.
Your man.
And the opposite. And look, All I know is they know how to play terrible people when they're on these episodes, and they continue to do it time and time again. They actually begin it with their version of the Abbott crossover.
Right.
Oh, nice.
It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna shout out that one, season 17. Also on Hulu, Alien Earth is starting this upcoming month. So I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with it, how they're gonna combine things, how it's actually going to work. I heard one thing that worried me, which was we don't care about the timeline. I do care about the timeline, though.
Yeah,
I do care a
they're
little
throwing
bit.
out some of the lore, I believe, and
I don't know
changing it
about
for
that.
the sake of the show.
What are we doing here? Yeah, especially
this one is
because
coming
when it takes
from-
place is lore-wise.
This one's coming from Noah Hawley, who previously was the showrunner behind Fargo, which a lot of people really like. Yeah, he did also that X-Men show Legion that lasted for a little bit.
So he's got good stuff with FX. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Looks like a good cast. And then wrapping it up, Peacemaker 2.
Yeah.
I started watching it because of the whole DC stuff. I'm catching up on Creature Commandos as well, but with Peacemaker 2 around the horizon, I'm curious to see what they're going to do because I'm even more confused now. Because I know how Peacemaker 1 ends. And they show characters that are no longer the characters. So he said that there's going to be a previously on in Peacemaker 2, and whatever's in the previously on is canon, and whatever isn't, isn't.
I appreciate the audacity.
Yeah.
I'll let it happen.
I don't know,
I'll let
bro.
it happen.
But yeah, Always Sunny, Alien, and Peacemaker.
Very cool. Amanda, what are your recommendations?
Peacemaker was on mine for sure. Very excited for that. Otherwise, I was going to throw some love to Lurker, which is right at the end of the month, but we did talk about that one a couple times, which is very good. And I'm interested to see Splitsville.
It does look good. It does,
looks good. It was one of the ones that, it was at Con. I didn't look in to see how it did there, but I'm excited for it.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think people mostly liked it at Con. I think we both were big fans of The Climb, the previous movie that these guys made together.
Thank you, because I just saw a movie, Notice to Quit, and he was in it too. And I was like, why does my boy look familiar? Yeah. I like to see him
people like
behind
it.
the camera.
Yeah, I double checked. People like it.
Yeah, and
he's a good
that
director
last movie,
and writer.
The Climb, was a lot more modest here. It seems like it's a big step up with Dakota Johnson and Adria Arjona as well.
And
so,
a Con release, that's always a big deal.
So I'm quite curious about that one. That's a good shout as well. I'll mention 3 things in addition to that. One is a movie that I caught at TIFF last year, and I thought it was getting far too little love. People tend to not go out of their way to watch kids' movies, especially at a film festival. But I think people should make some time for Sketch, the film that was acquired by all people. Angel Studios is putting this movie out. So I am recommending an Angel Studios movie, not something I typically do.
No.
The worm has turned, Arturo. This movie is directed by Seth Worley and is about a young girl who draws very imaginative monsters in her sketchbook, and then after some surreal things finds that her sketches are coming to life, and she and her brother and her single father, played by Tony Hale, have to stop them. Darcy Carden, who I love, is also in this movie, and I just found it to be really imaginative and delightful, like a fun family adventure that was not so saccharine that me as an adult couldn't watch it. I think it's really satisfying, pretty heartfelt. It's the kind of thing where if this was on Nickelodeon when I was 11 years old, it would have been my favorite movie for that year or something like that. So
nice.
I hope people make time for it because I think it's not really going to be a pretty big release, but it's quite good. I think it's getting underserved because it's in this weird zone where it's like an indie kids movie. It's not IP. Are parents really going to take a risk on this kind of weird, strange movie? But I think it's well worth your time. So Sketch was the first thing I'll recommend. The other thing I'll recommend is another.
For it too.
Oh, is there really? I'll have to check that out.
When you recommended it, I searched it up, and they have a short for it on YouTube.
Cool.
Was the short good?
It's pretty decent. Yeah.
Cool. Another movie that was at TIFF last year that's coming out in August is Relay. This is the new film from David Mackenzie, who, oddly enough, has already got another movie that's set to debut at TIFF later this year.
Let's go.
This one is really thrilling as well. David Mackenzie, you might remember him as the guy who made Hell or High Water. He's made a couple pretty interesting crime movies, kind of lower scale crime movies. In this one, it follows the actions of a fixer played by Riz Ahmed, who primarily communicates to people through these relay services that are meant to be used by people with hearing issues. So you can like type messages and it disguises your voice, but it ends up being this really cool way for him to operate in the shadows and not reveal his identity as he's working to solve these issues in the corporate world. It's got some kind of like Michael Clayton-esque vibes in some ways, and then it sort of grows into something that's a little bit more Heat inspired when it gets into kind of the showdowns and shootouts towards the end of the movie. I thought it's just a really satisfying slow burn thriller that continually ups the stakes, and it's got great performances from its cast as well. I really like this one. I hope it doesn't get too overlooked.
Yeah, we were both big fans of this one out of TIFF. We had a really good time with it. It just felt like one of those movies that came out in the 90s that they just don't make anymore.
Yes,
it's just very fun.
Yeah. Every film festival has this situation where you go and you maybe watch a couple of movies that are good, not great, and you're waiting for that, like the movie you came to the film festival for. And for me, that was the first film I saw at last year's TIFF, where I was like, all right, we're here. We're watching movies. Cinema's happening.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of cinema happening, my last recommendation for the month is a DVD that Kino Lorber has been putting out. And maybe it appeals a little bit more to me for some obvious reasons, but I wanted to shout out Made in New Jersey, films from Fort Lee, America's first film town. Fort Lee, New Jersey is the place where film started. Thomas Edison's factory was here, right in my backyard. And a lot of the studios, before they eventually made their way out to California, started production here. And this is a DVD that collects 14 films from that era, all between 1909 and 1939, that were made here in New Jersey. So it's sort of a historical document of the earliest iteration of Hollywood. And just sort of like a fundamental text, I think, in some ways, if you're curious about film history, because this is the foundations of it. So I was really excited when they put out that collection. It's nice that it's got so much of it assembled. There's also two documentaries included on this 2-disc special that help contextualize some of it. So shout outs to Kino Lorber. They're doing great work preserving film history and putting out re-releases and upgrades on Blu-ray and 4K. So I'm always paying attention to the latest releases from Kino Lorber, but this one in particular appealed to me, a New Jersey boy who spent quite a bit of time in Fort Lee as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to the Barrymore Film Center, doing good work out there. Not enough repertory theaters in New Jersey, but Barrymore's holding it down.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so my recommendations are that Made in New Jersey DVD, Relay, and Sketch for the month. I think that does it for this monthly must-watch. Our show's theme is Green Lightning by Cal Sendry. Thanks so much to them for letting us use it. Find more of their music at the link in our episode description. You can catch more from me, Zach Shevich, by following me on Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd at zshevich. That's ZSHEVICH. And check out my videos wherever you find videos at Multiplex Show. Amanda, what can the Padawan look forward to in the coming weeks on your channel? You said you got your Together video, you got your Fantastic
Together
Four
video is going to be coming, which is going to have a little bit of some insider information, a little bit. I am going to be doing Freakier Friday because I gotta. Lurker, that'll probably bleed over into September though, because it's like coming out the very last day of the month. And maybe Peacemaker, I don't know. Television shows are a big undertaking, but especially where I didn't cover the first season, I'd have to kind of like double up on them. But either way, I'm very excited for it. And yeah, that's, August is kind of calming down after a couple really busy pack-to-pack, week after week months. So interesting to see what happens. Interesting to see what sneaks through.
Yeah, it's interesting because it technically is summer, but the studios don't put any of the like huge blockbusters out in summer. I think August is starting to become a pretty interesting month because it's a bunch of original movies that studios are taking a chance on that they're not sure how well they'll do. And that's kind of exactly my bag, are like hit or miss original movies.
Hell yeah.
Are you going to explain any of these hit or miss original movies over on LME?
28 Years Later just came out on VOD, so I had just bought that one. Maybe working on something for that one there. But, dude, Sausage Party Foodtopia Season 2's coming out, okay? I know we did not mention it. You can't just let that pass, bro.
You know, Amazon, for whatever reason, whenever they add screeners, Amanda, I think that same thing happens to you. I get an email for every single
damn
episode.
Yeah.
They've stopped. I just realized that. Maybe I got pulled off their list because I haven't gotten the flood of Amazon
You didn't
things.
get
Who did I
Foodtopia?
piss off?
You didn't get 9 emails about Sausage Party?
No. Who did I piss off? What did I last talk about on Amazon? Maybe nothing. Maybe that's why.
I'm over here trying to take a selfie with my family at the game, and I'm getting Sausage Party, Sausage Party, Sausage Party. Unbelievable.